This is Comic Picks by the Glick.
Hey, I'm your host, Jason Glick.
Hi, Jason Glick. How are you?
I'm good, John. Yourself?
Oh, I'm here. So, what do you have on tap for us tonight, sir?
Okay. Well, I've got the my thoughts on this on another new image series from Ed Brubaker. It's like now he's basically made Image his home after immigrating over from Marvel after all these years, and he's given us good series. Well, okay, series that were decent enough like Fatale, series that were quite good like the Fade Out, and now a series that is entertaining enough or has a thoroughly entertaining surface in Velvet. Now, Velvet is the first name of its main character, Velvet Templeton, a woman who is of a certain age, who is working as a secretary in the Allied Reconnaissance Commission. Basically, they are a top secret spy organization. It's like who the CIA and the KGB. It's like they're this is the kind of organization that these guys kind of look up to and hope that they're real and that's pulling the strings behind the scenes. And Velvet, after doing a number of missions of them, back in the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s, has now settled into a kind of like a comfortable working retirement as their secretary. Because she figured, hey, because after a mission, a particularly bad set of missions that involved like the death of her, it's like the death of her husband, and and her murdering an asset in the field. Well, the ARC basically felt that we value your talents, but we can't have you go out in the field anymore. So she's bound to stuck with desk work for the rest of her career. Now then one day when one of the ARC's top agents is killed in the field, it's like she gets her feeling that this guy he's too good. He's too good. Why was he how was he able to be killed like this? And what if ARC has a mole in it? And so she starts looking into it on her own terms. And that's when she finds out that it turns out that she is being set up for for a role in this. It's like in this guy's death as well. So now it's this woman who it's like she's been out of the field for a while, but she has not really lost a lot of her skills, and so she's going to shoot as many people in the face as she needs in order to find out who who set her up and who was working inside the organization to their own ends. Now, I've written about the first two volumes, and they're pretty entertaining in itself. Brubaker has the spy espionage genre stuff down cold. It's like, and Velvet is a compelling protagonist in and of herself. I mean, just the fact that she's she's got to be pushing 50 something. It's like when the story starts in the 70s, and so just the fact that she's able to he's showing her kick this much ass in her golden years. Well, not golden years. She's not that old, but at her age, it's it's kind of inspiring, and I really got to give the fist pump for this. It's great, awesome. I love seeing her kick ass, and the art from Steve Epting. Oh man, when I say this series is an entertaining surface, Epting is a big reason for that. Now, I've said before that I don't think he's that good of a superhero artist, and he spent most of his years working on building his reputation at Marvel with runs on Brubaker's own Captain America, with Brubaker again on the Marvels project, and with Jonathan Hickman on portions of his Fantastic Four run. Now, Epting is good at making things look grounded in the real world, which it's like when for Ed Brubaker's espionage themed Captain America run, that worked pretty well for the most part. But then when you start putting him into superhero stuff, it just doesn't. It's kind of like the whole square peg in round hole dilemma. It's he's good at making things look realistic, but for something like Fantastic Four, it's like that cries out for something that has over the top action and an inspired sense of awe from the from its start. And Epting can't quite deliver that. So, but now with Velvet, he's completely unbound from delivering any kind of like superhero or fantastic look to it. And my God, it is beautiful. Just the like from the '70s era look of it's like of London, America, Monaco during Carnival. It's like it's a the series is never less than gorgeous to look at for its 15 issue run. I mean, it's like wow. It's like this is kind of stuff that Epting was born to do. It's like and it's just like a joy to take in like all of his stuff, especially like just from the look of the series, from having his characters act like real people, or just like just having or when he has them like break out the crazy ass fighting moves or gunplay. It's like it's it's fantastic, and I might be honest, my heart sinks when I see in the solicitations that he's going back to Marvel for a one issue or maybe more bit with Jason Aaron on the Mighty Thor, and I think, okay, I don't think he's a good fit for someone like Thor who's big on like over the top epic action stuff that involves her godly stature, as well as the fact that Aaron kind of writes a lot of tongue in cheek type stuff when he's talking about the crazy when he embraces the craziness of the Marvel universe. I'm sure I get the feeling that a lot of creators think that someone that turned Marvel editorial or maybe Aaron himself thinks that hey, it's Epting, like this is going to look great, but I don't know. So I'm worried that when we finally see this issue collected, it's going to be kind of like oh well, it's like it's Thor like made more realistic. That's not impressive. But yeah, but Velvet, but Epting's work in Velvet, I'm honestly gonna say it's got to be personal best stuff for me. But I mentioned that whole entertaining surface bit, and it's like much as I like seeing Velvet, take on the bad guys, fight against this overarching conspiracy within Arc. Well, the problem is that it only works if you don't think about it too hard. To the point where like Velvet is a really incredible secret agent until she's not, and Brubaker tries to hand wave this away by it's like by basically explaining like okay, she's been out of the game for a while, so obviously she'd forget a few things, but okay, yeah, you can take him at his word in the narrative, but it just feels like like whenever he needs her to do something dumb in order to further the story, the conspiracy story that he wants to tell. It's just kind of like, I mean, okay, I mean, I can assume that she was rusty enough to get caught up in the faux pas that sets Arc against her at the very beginning. Okay, but at that point you'd probably assume that hey, she's got to step up her game and realize that okay, she like I've got to be better, and I'm not going to do anything dumb from here on out. Okay, so in volume 2, when she lets like the it's like the intelligence operative who she sprung from jail in order to get answers about the conspiracy go off to use the bathroom himself. Well, that kind of like backfires on her badly, and it's moments like these that make you feel that okay, she's like that's not like her, that's not her, that's kind of like Brubaker forcing the story to go in a certain direction, and it only feels more pronounced in the final volume when it's like she's having to determine like on the fly the loyalty of the secret agent, like the American secret agent she meets up with Maximilian Dark. Seriously, that's a badass name. It's like, and and she's it's shown that she's planning to that she's aware of his duplicitous nature, but as it turns out, Dark is not as duplicitous as he seems. And you know what? For someone as meant to be as badass as her, it's like you figure like she would like find her to be ahead of the game here, and it's like, and that's kind of disappointing. I mean, like the final volume definitely has its moments, such as when Velvet has to spring into action and utilize her wingsuit to like fly into action and save an informant. It's like and knock out a guy in a car chase as this is happening. It's like and it's like and when she has to kidnap President Nixon to get some answers to the whole thing, which I guess that will kind of depend on your own suspension of disbelief in the sense that hey, she's totally badass enough to kidnap Nixon. It's like from the Secret Service and get the answer she needs, but like she also has to let certain things happen to her in order for the story to advance. And to be fair, Brubaker flips this thing on the end for the final twist, which is also kind of annoying in the sense that the bad guys finally realize too late that wait a second, this particular spy cliche we've overlooked, well, it means she's not dead. So, which I'm not spoiling anything here. Which anyone reading this should realize that after what happens to her, hey, she's not dead, and they should have realized this far before they did. But Ed Brubaker has a specific story he wants to tell here, so that's the problem. And that's reading this final volume and rereading the entire series together. Like I said, it's if you don't think about any larger implications of the story being told here, it's like it works. It's a fun spy story that has some fantastic art, a great lead character kicking ass. And lots of other fun moments with the supporting cast too. But then you start thinking about, well, if she was this badass, then obviously she would have done this, and this. And if the bad guys were, as on top of the game as they've been portrayed to be for the entire run of the series, then they would have recognized this thing before they were shot in the face. So, like I said, it's like Velvet. It's like I mentioned in my review of the first volume that it kind of represented a return to form for Brubaker, and at the time it did. But overall, it's not on the level of his best work. I'll say that I enjoyed it more than Fatale, but when you're comparing to other stuff he's done in the past, like his Criminal, Incognito, and of course his all-time best work, Sleeper. It's not on the same level. But would I want to see more of Velvet in action? Like he certainly leaves the door wide open at the end of the final volume. Then yeah, I would. Because you got this you get this 15-issue introductory arc out of the way. So now, hey, if you want to do other stories, maybe even shorter ones that are more tightly constructed than this one, then yeah, I'd be open to that. But it's like I'd recommend the inevitable. Okay, all 3 volumes are available right now, and they are one complete story. I am sure there's going to be an omnibus collection of all 3 volumes in the near future because most image series operate on the same level. It's like I said, if you're a fan of Brubaker and Epting, this is definitely a buy. It's like I said, if you're looking for a good spy espionage story, like in comics, and you're feeling that it's like there's not enough in this genre out here, then I will take anything that's halfway decent. Then yeah, Velvet is recommended. Those more discerning, well, those who want their series more entertaining, have something more entertaining than the surface itself, maybe hold off on this a bit. Anyway, that's my thoughts. John, any random observations on your end about all this?
No random observations. Not even
Yeah.
specific ones, sir. So,
Duly noted, my good man.
absolutely. Do you know what you're going to be talking about next time?
Well, unless something pops up in the meantime, I'm going to be talking about a comic strip from the 80s.
What? A strip of comics?
Yes.
As in panel 1, panel 2, panel 3? Or if you're Calvin
Panel
and Hobbes,
4.
it could be anywhere.
Only on Sundays. But no, it's like yeah, it's like I'll be talking about Bloom County, which is actually back among us thanks to the magic of the internet. And John's like, I know Calvin and Hobbes is your thing, so hey, if you want to have want to talk about that classic strip too, then hey, more than welcome.
All right, not a problem. And we'll catch you next time on Comic Picks by the Glick.
All right, laters.